So if you're anything like I was, you're interested in going vegan, but you don't really know where to start and you're worried about getting all your nutrients. So I'm here to tell you that it is a lot easier than it actually seems, and I'm going to show you an example. The most important things to note is that you want a variety of whole plant foods, and you want to have legumes, fruits, veggies, grains, and nuts and spices all in there. Something that really helped me was this thing called the Daily Dozen by Dr. Greger. And I just have an example of it right here, but it's also an app that you can get just to check off what you're eating. So that's the Daily Dozen. And it's just a bunch of servings of everything you should have. So this will satisfy that Daily Dozen. For this, you're only going to need your oven and a stovetop and a blender. I like to have this Ninja Foodie because it is ridiculously useful. It can air fry, so I do kale chips in here. I cook my tofu in here. You can saute stuff, bake stuff. It's really useful. I prefer it to my oven, but you can do this all with your oven. So this is going to be a 2,000 calorie day, and it's all ingredients exclusively from Costco, and I've made it as easy as possible and simple for the types of people who are in a rush and who are like me who don't like cooking. So let's start with breakfast. So we're going to start with 2 slices of this bread. It's the Stone Mill multigrain rye, and it's the wholest grain one that I've seen at Costco, and it's vegan, of course. Then I put 2 tablespoons of nut butter on it. This one's really good because it is good with the variety, as I was mentioning before. It has 2 different kinds of nuts and 3 different kinds of seeds in here. Then I have 1 Brazil nut every day because they are very nutritious and it's extra calories, so I get to have that as well. And then a cup of oat milk. I drink this mostly because there's protein in here and there's also calories and there's B12. So that's what I have with breakfast. And then Costco does sell jams, but they all have sugar, so I'm leaving it out. If you want to add jam, you can. Otherwise, it's still tasty by itself. So for lunch or breakfast, depending on how my day looks, I can switch it out with the toast. I have a smoothie, so I have half a cup of almond milk, half a teaspoon of turmeric, 2 cups of spinach, 2 dates, 1 banana, 1 tablespoon of flaxseed, which is important for your omegas, 140 grams of the mango, that's 1 serving. And then for the berries, I will have 1 total serving of this. I usually do 100 grams of the 3-berry blend and 40 grams of the strawberries because they're a bit cheaper and they taste really good. And then for snacks, I'll have a 1/4 cup of hummus with a serving of carrots. And you can also add any extra veggies you want. Veggies don't really have that many calories, but we'll start with this. And then I'll have 1 serving of seaweed salad. This is good for iodine if you're not eating any extra salt. For dinner, you're gonna have, so what I have here is ingredients for a burrito style bowl. You're gonna have half a cup of quinoa in your bowl, cooked quinoa. This takes like 15 minutes to boil. It's very easy. And then I cut up 1 serving of the tofu and half a cup of sweet potato, and I put that in the air fryer, or you can also put it in the oven. They both take about the same time to cook and crisp up, so that's good. Then I also have some corn, 1/2 cup of black beans, so that makes 3 different types of beans that we had in our day. And then I have onion and tomato, and this is broccoli, 1 serving for your cruciferous daily vegetables. And this is really easy because you just pop it in the microwave for 6 minutes and you have cooked broccoli. It doesn't get much easier than that. So for a sauce dressing, I'll use the avocado and I'll just mash it up and put some onion and garlic or anything else, lemon juice in here. And then that makes a really good burrito bowl altogether. And then for my last snack, I'll have a protein shake. Depending which Costco you go to, you might find the regular one or the sport one. I'll try to have a scoop of this every day, but only for people who are trying to build muscle, as this is probably a lot more protein than you actually need in a day if you're the average person. One final thing to note, especially if you're not eating any B12 fortified foods like the oat milk, is to take B12 as a supplement. If you're taking it once a week, the optimal dose for the average person is 2,000 micrograms. So if you're really sticking just to Costco, you could buy this and take 2 at the same time. or you could just find it at any store. The plus side is that B12 is water soluble, so if you take a little bit too much, it'll just pass through your body, no problem. So this is my full day of eating from Costco on a 2,000 calorie diet. And I recommend you kind of start here, get used to eating all those different servings of veggies and fruits and nuts and spices, and then interchange as you go along. So I wanted to mention some other cool foods that they have at Costco that are vegan, just to add some more variety. So when I'm feeling very lazy or if I've had like way too much tofu in the week, I'll switch up and I'll have the chickpea pasta. So this is made entirely of chickpeas and lentils, and so that counts as one of your servings of beans. And then I'll just use a regular tomato sauce with it. You can like pulse up some mushrooms and saute them to add to your sauce, and that's kind of gives it a ground beef texture. They also have these really awesome veggie burgers at Costco. They are pretty much all just vegetables, oat bran, very good healthy burgers here. This is really good, and also good for a serving of beans is the organic lentil soup by Sprague, whatever. So when I'm really lazy, I'll do that sometimes. They also have this other veggie soup, Garden Harvest soup, which is vegan, but it's very tomatoey. It's not the best. I prefer the lentil soup. They have veggie broth, so you can make any kind of soups that you want. Olive oil and balsamic, very important. Eating vinegar is good to help promote your metabolism and weight loss and that kind of thing. So these are great to add to your burrito bowl or any kind of salad. They have chia seeds, which is great to make chia seed pudding. So this will satisfy your seed requirement for the day. You just add some almond milk, cocoa powder, a little bit of maple syrup or any kind of sweetener, and let it sit, and then you have a nice chia seed pudding. They have garlic and onion powder, which is great to add to your avocado or to use to season your tofu or your sweet potato or those kinds of things. So any spices that you want to get, you should get. These are the raw cashews that they have, and you can use these to make cashew sauce, cashew cheese, and other cashew recipes that are vegan. They have really good sprouted oats for breakfast. And they also, depending which Costco you go to, you can find a giant bag of lentils. This was like $7. And this is like super healthy food. And you can just throw them in any soup or any kind of salad. You can just boil them as a bean or legume. Oh, these are enoki mushrooms. Okay, this is amazing. Okay, these have a really nice meaty texture. You just have to cut them up and saute them, and they have this long stringy texture. It's so good. I put them in everything. And the most, what you need to remember about these is that you need to cut them up into smaller pieces. Otherwise you'll get strings going down your throat, and that's not pleasant. But these are super good. So I hope this example has shown you that going vegan is very easy. It's not restrictive. It's healthy. And most importantly, nobody has to die to satisfy our nutritional requirements. I hope that this helps you guys start out, and I'll see you in the next one.